Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another All Maverick reaction, where we are back after a little break. Christmas, New Year, all out the way. And yes, we have all been chomping at the bit, I think, to watch the last episode of Season 1 of Wheel of Time.
It's good to be back, but I'm just disappointed it's only for one episode.
I know. Yeah, one episode to go.
Yeah.
Tom has joked to us multiple times that he's already watched it.
Yeah, it was good.
Messages. Yeah. Was it good, was it, Tom?
Yeah, they all die.
Oh, cool. Well, if Tom, I'm going to put it out there, if Tom makes any ridiculous, claims during this episode, near the start, that turn out to be true near the end, he definitely has already watched it and is trying to act like he's smart.
So, how long do we have to wait for Season 2? Do we know? Have we got a release date for that?
It's going to be like a year, isn't it?
Is it?
I reckon
At
so.
least.
They're already filming it, but it's going to be like a year after this one.
Okay.
I would say, that's the usual, right? One season a year.
Yeah. But if anyone's got any ideas for other shows in the comments, let us know.
Yes. Let us know if there's any other things you'd like us to watch next. One thing we should talk about, actually, and everyone, as always, thank you for all of your comments. We do read them. Also, please, no spoilers from the books in there. But one thing that we have seen come up, especially during episode 6, was the fact that we're not going to see any Matt in this episode.
Yeah.
We know we're not going to see any Matt in this episode because apparently after episode 6, the actor, sorry, I don't know his name, was left the show for some strange reason. I don't know if there's been any real concrete information, but it was around the time of COVID. Apparently, he deleted all his social media, went blank, and they've recast the part for next season. So that means we can expect to not see any Matt this episode.
Well, a shout on Tom's idea last time when he was 100% sure that Matt was going to be in this episode.
He was 100%.
He was 100% sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Guaranteed it.
Guaranteed it. Well, that's just one of Tom's many inaccuracies. Anyway, shall we get on with it and watch Eye of the World?
Excited. Let's go.
Let's go.
Okay, let's go. So this is Wheel of Time, Season 1, Episode 8, The Eye of the World. Here we go. Oh.
What?
Jesus.
Wow. We jump back a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Much more modern clothing.
Look like they're in Star Wars.
Yeah.
So is this where male and female are Aes Sedai?
I guess so. Don't know if this is going to pay off as he plans.
No, I'm not so sure.
We got
wow, look at that.
Futuristic. Is that?
Look at the size of it.
The city that we? Is that the city that we saw overgrown at the very, very beginning? Do you remember we said something that looked like it was almost like a more futuristic city that was overgrown with trees and stuff?
I can't quite remember. No.
Episode 1, we said, "Oh, those almost look like skyscrapers."
Yeah, after they gentled or killed that first guy, right?
Yeah. We sort of saw it, didn't we?
Are you sure we're watching the same show? There was bloody spaceships in this show.
Yeah. Like you said, Star Wars. We're on to Star Wars now.
Well, we know everything got messed up and they pretty much had to start again, didn't they?
Well, I mean, that's the thing, right? That's
reset.
Obviously. Well, they talk about the Wheel of Time, right? How it turns. So, was she actually the Amelin seat, or did it have a slightly different name? I missed that.
Well, I said Amelin seat, but it had a T in front of it. It's like Tamerlane seat.
I guess it's not going to probably have quite the same names.
I'm confused already.
Tom's already lost it.
Okay, jump.
So we've already seen spaceships in this episode.
To be fair, I'd follow Moiraine anyway.
You're such a weirdo. Look at that guy.
Boys from the borderlands sometimes like to test themselves against the blight.
It's gone well for him.
And they usually come up wanting.
Why would you do that?
He wants Rand off the books so he can make his move. He's already killed his wife. That was move number 1.
That was the hard part, though.
That was the hard part. Now he just needs Rand to get off.
What? What did you dream?
He knows where we are. He's coming.
Oh, fuck. What the fuck?
He's dreaming now, obviously, isn't he? Of course.
Well, I mean, hopefully.
He's dreaming, surely, right?
Yeah, of course he is.
I wouldn't have expected it would be you.
Oh, in the eye. Fair play.
Do you think the dark one's that guy in the black from the start?
Yeah, I think so.
What the fuck is going on here?
Oh. Oh.
There. A heron-marked blade.
Ah, but
Where did you get that? From my father. This is a dream.
what?
Jesus.
Imagine if it wasn't.
Fuck yeah.
That's it. Credits.
Yeah, end credits. Yeah. Well, there we go. That was fucking dedication. I'll give him that.
What did you dream?
Dreams have great meaning. Oh, it's going to happen again.
Tell her the duck. Tell her the duck.
What did he say to you?
Okay, Joe's about to freak out again.
Unbelievable what he said.
It was made before the breaking of the world, created from the one power itself. Thousands of male channelers put the entirety of
Oh,
their
shit.
powers into this one small object. And when you channel into it, it'll increase your power 100-fold.
Well, she picked up the wrong little statue thing.
The two that look just the same. That one's a salt shaker. I love that little guy with the eye patch. He
Yeah.
looks like such a little gangster.
This symbol. The eye.
That symbol actually is the eye. Is he back at home?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh no, he's got to do that whole journey again now.
Yeah.
Oh, baby crib. Maybe not.
No, he's back at home,
Oh,
isn't he? Because they were sheep farmers, weren't they?
this is future.
Yeah, I remember that seer saw in the last episode him holding a baby as well.
Egwene.
Yes.
You finished already?
Oh, here they come. Look at this. Where's Captain One Eye?
Oh my god, there's found.
Look at that guy. He looks like a fucking gangster every time you see him. He's about 5'1" and just wants to fuck shit up.
What are they getting?
Yeah, what's hidden below here then? Whoa, look at all those. Imagine trying to
Gosh,
fight
shit, look
that,
at that.
many of something.
He's not a werewolf. I'm telling you, he's actually a Trolloc.
Here you go, there's Tom's crazy statement for the day. Let's see.
Come on, Rand, wake up.
He knows something's amiss. Oh, look
Shit,
at that.
they're
It's
almost
like
through.
something out of World War Z.
You'd hope you're on the top floor, wouldn't you?
You would.
Fuck
What they
hell.
need is some like molten like
Yeah.
metal to pour from the
Yeah, I
top.
was thinking that, like some oil on fire and shit.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, shit.
Oh. He's been fucked already.
Okay, I didn't expect that.
He's the first one to go. What a noob.
How do I make it real?
No dear. Here we go. He's got to be.
Or is he
He's
tricking
pulling his
him?
leg, right?
Tricking him.
Oh, shit's about to get real here.
Shit, look at it. Is this where he's going to choose?
We still don't know, do we? What? Oh, shit's about to get real. Oh, here comes the ion cannon.
Fucking hell.
Jesus.
Oh, they got.
Jesus.
Oh. Oh, look at that. Absolutely gibbed.
Yeah, should have said these.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit,
damn.
look. Oh, this is what that woman was seeing, wasn't it? Them, like, their faces, remember?
Do you reckon
You
Nyanaeve
saw-
can heal, though?
Oh,
Nyanaeve.
yeah.
Well, it was Nyanaeve that she saw
Yeah,
getting
shit.
done in by it.
Yeah, half her face was like, I'm fine.
Yeah.
Oh, what's he going to do?
Oh, he's calling to the thing.
As much as I love her, as much as I want this, I know that she doesn't. No. That woman who doesn't care about being in wisdom. Being
Oh, shit.
That's not the woman I love.
What if after all this
shit.
she changed her mind? She's like, actually, I don't want to be a nice to die anyway.
Oh,
fuck.
Oh, fuck me.
Okay, that was easier than I thought it was going to be.
He just obliterated
Is
him.
that it?
I did it.
Or did you? It felt too easy. Do you not think?
Well, we're on book 1 here, Jez. There's got to be more to the story.
Oh shit!
fuck.
No.
Oh no! No!
Wait! The gangster with the eye patch died off screen.
No!
Oh no! He's killed Lorraine.
No.
Fuck.
Royale.
You bastard.
Oh Oh, here we go.
And she's going to heal her. Look, she's healing her, but it's taking her life to do it.
To be a woman is to be always alone.
Oh shit.
Never alone. No, Nynaeve, what are you
Nynaeve's going to die.
afraid? I know that we all stood before you. So
Oh,
we
what?
stand with you. No!
What
Oh,
the
fucking hell.
fuck me's going on here?
Gee. Fucking hell.
We need the dark. We need balance. Balance means that you will turn to the shadow, some of you.
Oh,
Oh, I
No,
guaranteed it.
that's before.
Nah.
What you on about? It's before.
Nah, we ain't seen this. We guaranteed that.
We can't go back to Fal Dara.
Told you.
Now he's gone back, has he?
I'm not going back. I
Is
felt
that him going back to the city, was it?
Yeah.
Where's Rand?
He's gone? Just say that.
He's gone.
Ah, there you go. That's the way around it.
Nynaeve can't be gone, surely.
Sometimes you got to kill a character.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, giving some of it back, is she?
Oh, here we go. Ah. I sometimes find it a cop out when they bring people back.
Yeah, I like I said, I thought 2 of them would die. But one of them would have done for me. I guess we can count Rand as being dead. He's gone.
That this wasn't the last battle. I fear it was the first.
So they're still going to need that horn for the last battle.
Yeah. Time for a big something that's going to come up, a big moment for next season, I reckon. You know what's coming.
Well, the birds are scared of it, whatever's coming.
Oh, that's a lot of ships.
Who the hell are these people?
Oh, those are some
Yeah.
fucking terrifying.
What the fuck have they got in their mouth?
They're like masks, aren't they?
Is good or bad?
They look bad.
Oh my
Tidal
god.
wave.
They're going to kill that one kid.
That kid. That seems a bit OTT for one kid.
They've They've used ships up to get all this way just to kill one kid. Cheeky bastards.
Whoa, bastard.
So that one kid's going to repel it. That'll be the first scene in season 2.
Yeah.
She's going to send it.
Well, there we go. That was Wheel of Time, Season 1, Episode 8, Eye of the World. So we're going to take a moment to let all that set in, and then we're going to come back and we're going to have a little bit of a chat about it. Okay, so that was Wheel of Time, Season 1, Episode 8, Eye of the World. A lot went on in that episode. I'm not even going to attempt to do a recap of the episode.
Nah.
Shit went down is the recap of what happened in that episode. Rand went off to deal with the dragon. To deal with the dragon? No, to deal with the Dark One. And everyone else ended up in a huge ruck taking place in the city. What did you guys think of this episode before we go into properly talking about
Well,
it?
with the whole COVID situation that hit when they were filming the last episode, I was expecting some sort of subdued final
Yeah.
episode that was just going to kind of gently lead us into season 2, but we got some epic battle and I loved it. It was brilliant.
Yeah.
Didn't expect it. I was quite really surprised.
Yeah, how about
Yeah.
you, Tom?
Yeah, I mean, don't even really know what to say. It's a bit like you said when you were trying to sum it up. Like, just so much that happened, and it was all. I enjoyed all of it. I can't.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
Do Do you know what I didn't enjoy? So we might jump all over during this conversation. So apologies. We'll try to hit it in order as much as we can. But I'll tell you one thing I didn't enjoy.
I know what you're going to say.
What am I going to say?
The blind guy being killed off camera.
Yeah! I was waiting for fucking eye patch gangster guy who stood around like an absolute boss every time we saw him in the 2 episodes we saw him in. And I thought, this guy is going to be a monster in a battle. And what happened? He pickaxed a hole and then got killed off camera. Like,
he looked like a badass, but he's also one of those people you'd see at the local pub who thinks they're a badass, but they're not.
Anyway, let's start with this episode. Had a lot of big moments in it, and we got one right out the gate. We started 3,000 years in the past, where we saw a dragon reborn. Now, do we know? We assume that was the last dragon reborn.
Yeah, I guess they keep mentioning 3,000 or 4,000 years, don't they? So I presumed it was.
And we got a big moment, obviously. Tom, what was his name?
I think his name was Luz Ferrin. Because
the
Dark One was also referring to that later on.
So we got to see him having a conversation with like a previous Aes Sedai. We obviously got to see at this point that like the men and women were channelers, and we don't know a lot about what's happened here. Obviously, he wanted to go off and confront the Dark One. Now, our main knowledge is just that he turned to the evil, right? That was basically what
it led that way, wasn't it? He turned and helped destroy.
Well, yeah, and that's kind of what the very start of episode 1 kind of told us. But then again, that was actually talking about the dragon, not the dragon reborn. So, like, how many dragons have there been at this point, you know? But the big kind of final moment that we got there was this shot that pulled up towards a window, and we got to see this super... It was weird, wasn't it? I'm going to say super futuristic. Visually, it wasn't super futuristic, but it did have, like, flying vehicles and stuff. So... It was far more futuristic than the world as we see, but it was kind of this amalgamation of like futuristic elements mixed with like classical elements, but which was a cool opening moment for the episode, so we can really sort of see how the world has turned back to, you know, to this previous age. And the woman even said, didn't she, if he went and fought if he went and fought the Dark One and it went wrong, he could put them back 1,000 years. Was what the woman said. So I hope we'll get to see some more details in the future of what exactly happened during that confrontation. You know why because he was pretty confident in himself. What could have happened to have made him turn, or to fail in his attempts to go and confront the Dark One. They even said, the Dark One himself even said, last time you came here, you brought 99 people with you.
Yeah.
But no, I thought that was a cool opening for kind of what continued to be a big episode as we went through. So I think one thing that this isn't really a negative. That battle scene that we got to see. So obviously, Rand and Moiraine go off to go and confront the Dark One, which, Jeremy, you said at the time actually was not the confrontation you expected it to be. It was more conversation. It was more like mind games.
I really enjoyed it. I kind of in my head I pictured that there was going to be some sort of epic wizardry sort of style battle where the power was being flown left, right, and centre, and the rest of the team would show up and there'd be. I really like the mind game element of it. I thought that was a different twist of a.
Well, I think the problem with that is if they'd gone for an all magical, all out duel, I think that would have just been a bit lame, because we've not seen Rand have any use of that kind of power, and it would feel a bit cheesy if all of a sudden he just pulls all this power out of his arse.
Well, yeah, but Moiraine kind of set it up as well, didn't she? How it almost sounded like the Dark One would be pretty much be beating him to death almost with his power, and then he would then be able to fight back with his. So that's what I was kind of expecting, But I know I
think it's better.
When the way it went, I was really impressed, really pleased with, really pleased with the way it went.
We should talk for a minute about when Jez shit his pants when Moiraine got stabbed through the back of the head.
I was done with the show. I was like,
Jez was done.
Fuck this show.
Jez is out.
I've killed off
away. He's not back
I've
next
killed off
season.
Rosamund Pike. They can do one.
What are you going to do when she does die, though?
Why don't she's not going to get it done?
Okay.
But you know what? Actually, looking at that scene now, that was a good little. You saw that Rand realised that this was all a dream, right?
Yeah.
And well, he was pretty sure it was all a dream.
Yeah, no, it could have been a mistake.
Because he was very ready to take his own life and sort of fall on his sword, quite literally. So I think that kind of gives you a bit of an idea of his dedication in the end, when he's back almost in a dream sequence again, where he's being offered the perfect life. The Dark One brings him into this world where he's being offered the perfect life, where he can have what he wants with Egwene, he can have a child, he can have a family. But, he realizes that, the Dark One, I think that's probably what separates him from other people, right? Is that the Dark One sort of offers him up these things that he wants, but he realizes that it's not just about what he wants, it's about what the other people want. What's the point in having this thing if it's not what they want as well? So he's very ready to kind of sacrifice himself, as it were, to for the greater good.
Just imagine if it wasn't a dream and they both just died there.
That's what I mean. Yeah. Well, that's the thing, right? He wasn't 100% it was a dream. And actually, when he saw, I think it was in that dream, when he pulled his sword on the Dark One in that dream, the Dark One recognized the Heron Blade. So that's something that we still haven't. And obviously, he said it was his father's sword. The Dark One. What was his dad called? His dad was called. I did write it down.
Yeah,
Tam.
Yeah.
So the Dark One was very aware of that. Whether or not he was reading it through his mind. But
he said it wasn't his dad as well, though.
Yeah,
which kind of makes me think that is Rand going to go on a journey in season 2 to find out.
Well, that's part. See, maybe I missed something because I thought Rand knew that wasn't his real dad.
I don't think it's been mentioned.
Yeah, I don't think we ever.
No, the only time we saw it was where we saw in the last episode where Rand's dad rescued him.
Yeah, and he spoke about but then the woman, the seer woman, spoke about how he brought him down and how she'd seen him in the streets carrying him as a baby. I don't know. Maybe I've just always had this idea in my head that Rand knew that he was adopted. I guess I've just been going about it the wrong way, because when he said that, I was like, oh shit, Rand doesn't know. Okay, I thought Rand did know. But yeah, so obviously that's got to come in. That's got to come in somewhere else.
I think that dream sequence was also interesting, obviously, because the Dark One was still calling him Luz Ferrin, which was that guy at the start. I think.
Yes.
And also, I think when he said, "Oh, you've got the Heron Blade," because he was just like, he just still thought it was Luz Ferrin for some reason, or he would at least know who he was. As in Rand would know who he previously was in a way.
Yeah, it seemed like at that point, almost like the Dark One was still kind of figuring out who this new Dragon Reborn was, wasn't he? Or what his memories were. He was almost expecting him to sort of have some memories from the previous encounters and stuff like this in his previous life. And we did get to see that a little bit, didn't we? When they got into, when they actually got to sort of the Eye, he started to get visions of the previous dragon there, confronting the Dark One. We didn't see a lot of it.
Well,
that was
the first time where he referred to it as I or we. This is where I fought him.
Yes, he did actually. Yeah, he did. Yeah. So something else that's coming out, and again, I apologise, we are jumping all over the place here, but this is something I want to talk. One of the things that we don't know a lot of details about now, and clearly has got a big part to play. The Horn of Valere, I believe the name is for it. Apologies if we get anything wrong there, but we never actually got to see the horn. But clearly, now the questions I've got here are that the king told them to go and dig up the horn, right? So they went off to get the horn that was buried under the throne.
Who's got the horn?
He's got the horn. He said that they wouldn't be able to defeat the Dark One without it. Now it's interesting because you'd think Moiraine would know if this thing is, because obviously as far as we can see, Rand has beaten the Dark One, but at the end we're told this is probably only the first battle. Now if you really need this horn to beat him, it's interesting that Moiraine and the Aes Sedai didn't know about it, because clearly if they did know about it, they'd have thought they needed to take it along with them.
We had no idea. I have no idea what it's about.
No,
I'm
and
completely
obviously,
blank. Well, we know it's for Rand to use, don't we? That's pretty much.
Yeah. But we know that obviously it's important, right? Because we actually got to see Palin Fane, right? That's his name.
Palin Fane, yeah.
Palin Fane. So we know that he knows it's important because we finally got to see like the final confirmation of this. I mean, we that he is a dark friend, right? Like, we obviously kind of spoken about this last episode, but he was leading some of the what are they called, the like the blind guys in the
like Riders of the Fade, or it was
the
Fade,
like
yeah, just the Fade,
yeah. He was leading some of them into the city, and he even, well, I mean, he killed my favourite little one-eyed guy, but he killed the builder.
Why would you kill an Ogier?
Yeah.
But here's the question: is he dead? Because he got stabbed, but we don't know. We don't know that he's dead, right? We don't know they're like. We don't know how tough they are.
Was it mentioned?
He could be alive.
I took it as he was dead, but was anything mentioned in the X-ray clip that we watched?
No,
I took it as he died. I'm pretty sure
it looked like he was dead, but who knows, right? Because
he's a great character. He's a great character. He hasn't been. I don't think he's been in it enough.
No, for all we know, the Ogiers can take fucking 30 stabbings before they die. Who knows? He put him down, that's for sure. And right now it looks very much like he's dead, but they could very easily be like, he's just wounded, but who knows? So, but obviously this Horn's got a part to play, right? If Palin Fane was going to go in and get that thing.
Well, going back to what you said, it's like, did Moiraine know about it? But then I feel like maybe she did, because then at the end she refers to, this being the first battle or not the last battle. So,
but she only realised it was the last. She only thought it was the first battle when she looked at that stone,
so the
didn't she? That
half
they found
stone, whatever it's called,
that half stone thing or whatever. Yeah. So I don't know. Like, it's strange, isn't it? I'm sure we'll find some more details as we go on. But she almost seemed very unaware of this Horn, or maybe underestimated its importance. But obviously, like, I don't know. Is the Dark One kind of injured but not defeated, and like, you need to have used this thing as well to really like finish him off, and that's why Palin Fane would come and get it to stop them from having it, so he could be brought back. Maybe this thing is something that can be used to bring him back.
I guess
if the bad guys have got it.
I guess the question is, like, do we think Moiraine is so sure of herself and what Rand was going to do that she thought, we don't need to use the Horn to summon all these great warriors to come and help us. Like, we can
is that what you think it is? Is that what you think the Horn is?
Well, that's what they were saying, weren't they? Is if you blow
did they say that? Oh, is that what they said? I must have missed that.
It did mention about summoning. Maybe it's not just
from around.
Yeah, but are they talking that the Horn maybe fights the Trollocs and all that sort of stuff rather than?
I don't know.
The Dark One itself? I guess I think Moiraine was on the right path. I think it was expected that it should have ended there. But because of they only thought it hadn't because of the Halfstone being broke, which has kind of thrown him a little bit.
Yeah. So another question I've got here, and this is actually no. Before we move on to that one, we should actually talk about something else that Palin Fane said, which kind of runs in line with something that we've been theorizing for a while, which was that they were all part of the dragon.
Yeah.
And clearly not the case. Rand is the dragon, but he said that they were all focal points of the wheel, and that they're all important. They all have a part to play, which seems obvious, but it's interesting to actually hear it said that no, they're not the dragon, but they've got a level of importance there. So it's going to be interesting to see what that means.
Yeah, I mean, they're all important. Obviously, Rand is, air quotes, the most important, but I mean, Egwene and Nyanaeve are kind of similar. They both channel, and we still don't really know what
seem to be powerful healers as well, right? Perrin's got something. Yeah, obviously Perrin's something to do with his animals. Matt's the most questionable one, I think. And we should actually talk about the fact that we did see Matt this episode. You did say, but that, you did say we'd see him. Clearly old footage.
Yeah.
Clearly footage from something else put into. So he'd gone back to the city, right? He'd gone back to
Tarvalon.
I thought it was. What was it? I thought it was the Dark City he'd gone back to. Was it not?
Yeah, I thought it was the Dark City where the.
Oh, you mean Stardagoth?
Yeah,
maybe.
I thought it was Stardagoth.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was.
I thought it was Tarvalon because there was the big tower, but you might be wrong.
I don't know. I
have to see it again.
we'll have to go back and check. But clearly old footage being used to just put Matt in there even for a moment, which was nice. It was good that they got a little bit in there, so the character, because it would have felt weird. Because if you didn't know about the stuff with the actor, you would find it weird that he was just completely wiped out of 2 episodes, I think.
Yeah.
So at least you can go, oh, he's been spending this time traveling to wherever he is, and we will have to check and see what city it was he was at the end there. But
I guess
they've all got a point to play, so that's interesting.
Yeah, and then before we move on from Pad and Fane, I guess there was 2 other things for me. The most important one being that we kind of now know how that Fade killed all that farmer family when I thought it was Matt, because Pad and Fane used that little dagger that Matt had to kill Builder.
Yeah, you said that. I missed that. Yeah.
Royale, sorry.
Was it definitely the same one? Yeah.
I'm certain it was. It was a little dagger with the red ruby. It was the same shape. It was.
I completely missed it.
I'm certain it was the same. It was the same one. So we kind of know how the Fade was following them and kind of knew where they were at all times.
Mm-hmm.
Whilst they were traveling. And then.
Oh, go on. Yeah. And what was your other one, Tom? I think I know what you're going to say, but go on.
Yeah. So we said this in our little interlude whilst we were working things out, and it was where Pad and Fane was telling Perrin that either he was Ta'Veren or all of them were. And I guess the only thing I was thinking is Ta'Veren that kind of werewolf thing that Perrin was, or is Ta'Veren just like the area that the five was from?
Yeah, this feels like one of those words that, because he talks about how they were all together, and he said, "Oh, all of you together in one part of the world. You know that you were in this one town, and why else would I visit this town?" So I don't know. I think maybe that's not a big point. Maybe that's just one of those bits where we don't know our terminology quite right. But who knows? I fear Googling it is the problem, because I don't want to Google it and find something out that I shouldn't know. So in the comments below, here's the thing.
If it's not a spoiler.
If it's not a spoiler, if that's just where they're from, let us know. Or if it's something as trivial as that, let us know. If it's something important, say to us, that's something important, I'm not going to tell you. Okay.
Yeah, I just think when I first heard it, I thought he was saying what Perrin was.
It did seem like an important point, the way he was making it. So there was just so much in this episode.
Yeah, there was. Well, I guess, the only reason I thought it is because Rand is obviously an Aielman in some way, or however you say it. And then I thought he was a Ta'Veren, but again, it could just be where they're from.
Yeah. So before we move on to the point I was going to make a minute ago, I think we should also talk about when all of the channelers iron cannoned.
That was awesome.
The Trollocs at the end there, and the madness of them all being like burnt to death, and it was pretty crazy. Like, as that shockwave shot across and just evaporated them all, and then we got to see them all getting their faces burnt up as sort of the sister of the king, almost like she almost became like consumed by the power, didn't she? And part of me wonders if that was because we knew that she went to the White Tower to train, but she wasn't accepted. Like, she kind of got turned away, and I wonder if part of that had been because of her, like, almost like her want for power, if you see what I mean. That, like, maybe they realised that she couldn't be trusted to wield that amount of power. And obviously that at the end there, was even more power flowing through her. And maybe that was almost like a little side of her, which is why she hadn't initially been...
Yeah, see, I was in 2 minds of this. Initially, my initial thoughts were, which I kind of think is right, but my initial thoughts were she's power hungry when she had the power travelling through her. And she's not worried about the other people dying, and she's just enjoying the power too much. But then part of me was also thinking, is she knowing that she's going to be sacrificing herself for the greater good, if that makes sense?
Oh, I think that she went in kind of knowing, right?
Yeah.
But at that point, they'd won. Yeah. Like, they were all dead at that point. She could have stopped. And she was talking about, like, how beautiful it was, wasn't she? And stuff like this, like the power. I think at that point, I think she went into it. She didn't want the city to fall. She said, this isn't the city that's never fallen. She went into it very much prepared to die, to defend the city. But I think then, like, that that want for the power almost kind of consumed her a bit, which is
sorry.
No, I was just going to say, which is interesting because we've not really, I don't think we've really seen a female character kind of consumed in that way before.
No.
Like, it's something that kind of the male channelers have been, they've been driven mad by the power, but we've not seen it really consume a woman like that. And maybe I'm reading it wrong.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I do also wonder whether that battle at the end was it always written like that, or was it down to COVID reasons? Because it looked like they'd done a lot of setup for there to be a battle at the castle, rather than just have the 5 women kill all of the Trollocs there. I kind of thought, well, would it have gone a different way of there being more of a last stand at the castle, a bit more infighting, and I don't know.
I guess we'll never know.
No,
Let us know how differently that went in the book.
We'll never know, yes. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how it went in the book. But
though I hear from our comments that this is very different to the book as a whole. Right. So I'm sure most of the people who've read the books I don't even know where this is going myself.
No.
But
I mean...
Go on, Tom.
I don't know. I think when it comes to the King's sister, whose name I can't remember, the lady with all the power.
Yeah.
See, I don't know. I kind of saw it differently to you guys. I think she... she combined with all the others. I was kind of thinking of Power Rangers when they were doing it.
Yeah, but, I thought that initially, yeah.
We're waiting for a Zord to arrive.
But they all combined together, and she was the one, they were all channeling through her in a sense. And I guess
she was drawing on their power.
Like you say, she'd never seen a power that strong, but I think because it was so strong, I didn't feel like she could stop it. I don't think she was getting hungry for the power and enjoying it, and she was like, wow, this is awesome. I think she knew that they'd consumed or used so much power that she couldn't even control it herself at that point. And
they'd opened a gate that she couldn't close again at that point, and
that's how I saw it. Yeah,
it's interesting.
That's fair as well. But what that kind of led into, obviously, is that Nynaeve sacrificed herself to save Egwene, and obviously we've spoken a few times. We know that Nynaeve has this ability to heal. We've seen it numerous times. We've heard them speak about it, and we saw that they were both kind of being killed by this power, so she kind of channeled her life into Egwene to save Egwene, and then we got to see her get her eyes like burn out, same as we saw the King's sister go down, which was pretty horrific. And but then I'm gonna say it. We said it at the time. We got this it was a really dramatic moment, and then it just felt quite undone by Egwene bringing her back to life.
Oh, and I was absolutely gutted because I really liked Nynaeve's character, and I didn't want her to die at that point, but the way she did die, it was a good death. It was a hero's death. Yeah, it was a hero's death. Right. I think it does take a little bit of away the way they brought her back. And
I think that as long as that doesn't become a thing that happens constantly throughout the show, it's okay. But I just don't.
It felt a bit like Rey in Star Wars. It's like all of a sudden, they've got power to bring people back from life.
Yeah, it's just like when you get a show where they just bring people back, kill them, bring them back, kill them. It removes the stakes.
Yeah.
Like a show I always loved. Just started watching season 14. Supernatural. Love that show, but my God, do people die and get brought back a lot in that show? And it kind of removes the tension of it, because you just go, they'll be back in an episode or two. So I get this is, I don't know.
This is why Game of Thrones is so blooming awesome, because they would have main characters like who thought like Sean Bean was going to get, unless you read the books, obviously, was just going to be killed off at the end of season 1. There was so many times where important characters were just killed off and had good deaths. You had that shock factor, and it really added to the show.
Yeah.
Well, the way that Game of Thrones did it well was, and this is what I always appreciated, apart from when the last series got a bit sloppy, was that in Game of Thrones, everyone always had their plan, and they were always working towards something. But the book and the show had no problem with snuffing a character out when they were nowhere near the end of their story.
Yeah.
They were maybe halfway through their own personal story, but it's like, hey, not everyone gets to complete their own story. You die here. So it wasn't one of those shows where you knew someone could die now because they've almost completed their narrative.
Yeah.
In it, people just got snuffed out halfway through their own story.
No, I like that. I like the not knowing. Yeah. I like the knowing that everyone's vulnerable. It adds to it, and I get what you're saying. It does.
Apart from Jon Snow.
Apart from Jon Snow,
yeah. He gets to come back.
Yeah, but I get exactly what you're saying. I think it took a little bit away from her death. It felt a little bit.
But I like
flat.
the character, right?
I'm more than glad that she's going to be in season 2. No, that's what I was saying. I was a bit gutted that she had died, but
But as she was dying, I was like, "Oh shit!" Like they're actually killing one of our leads. Like that's a big deal.
Unfortunately, it wasn't Egwene that died.
Why do you want them to kill Egwene so much, Tom?
She's definitely my least favourite character.
Is she?
Out of all the main characters, I think she just seems to me like the teacher's pet at school. She just goes and everything Moiraine was doing, she was like, "Yeah, I'm going to do it too. I'm going to go do this."
See, I'm still less bothered about Perrin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
think he's going to have. I think Perrin's got more intrigue to him than Egwene has.
Yeah.
I think because we still don't know a lot of details about him, but that doesn't necessarily make him a more interesting character. It just means we've seen less of him at the moment.
But then also what you said, is that
no, go on.
I would have liked to have seen one of the main characters die because it would have made it. I don't know. It just kind of makes the show a bit not sadder, but it's like you feel more.
It makes you realise. It makes you realise. People haven't just got the old plot armor. Like characters can die. When you see a show's not afraid to kill a main character, like, oh shit, okay, not everyone is always going to be safe.
Well, we're in a world of we are in a world of mystical powers and stuff, but it does add a little bit of realism when.
Yeah. But as long as they've got stuff for the character, as long as they haven't just kept the character alive for the sake of it, and I'm sure that isn't the case. We're in book 1.
Yeah.
So actually, that's something that one of the questions we did ask was how far through the books we are. And people said in the comments that we were basically like end of book 1, but apparently like a few little aspects that we have seen were from book 2 and even a few from book 3.
Yes.
Yeah,
probably just some little details that we've had thrown in. So thank you for that information, everybody. As we say, massively appreciated. Right. I've got one more question, really, and it's quite a big one.
Okay.
What happens now?
That's a good question.
Because the Dark One's currently dead, maybe?
He's gone.
Obviously, we've alluded to it's the first of many battles. Rand has... I mean, where are we at? Dark One's maybe dead.
Yeah.
Rand has gone on his journey.
Yeah.
Moiraine has no power.
Yeah.
It's been taken. Some random army has shown up at the end.
Yeah.
What else is going on?
Rand left. Matt's gone to which we fit well.
Matt's
you and
gone
I
back
think is
to
at
a
the
city.
At the Shadow City, whatever it was called.
Yeah. Could be wrong. Yeah.
And then you've got Nyanaeve, Perrin, and
Adam Payne's taken the horn. So what the hell happens now?
Well, I think you're just gonna have. We're just going to be split story again. I think you're going to have like Perrin in that group going to go over Padden Fane.
Yeah,
I think they're going to go and try and chase the box. No idea
what's
the horn. Sorry, the box of the horn in.
The fancy box of the horn.
Fancy box of the horn in. I don't know. I have no idea. It's good though. I like not knowing what's going to happen.
Yeah. No, I agree.
To the point where I might not even watch any trailers.
Yeah.
Oh no, we will. We will do, won't we?
We will. We'll do a trailer reaction.
We'll do a trailer reaction for.
So I don't know where we go from here, but I'm excited about where we go from here. Don't have a clue who that army. That army that turned up at the end. They're obviously from another country, like across the sea, I guess.
Yeah,
that seems to be the obvious thing. Go on, Tom.
They're not from Middle-earth, are they?
It's probably not it, but I was imagining.
Oh, is this Tom's crazy guess now?
No, it's not
crazy guess of the day.
I just imagined
beautiful.
Paddan Fane had blown the horn, and that's the people that come. I don't know why that popped into my head just now, but when we were saying that people were supposed to come when the horn was blown, was it those people?
Mm-hmm.
But can anyone blow the horn? That's the thing, isn't it?
Well, yeah.
No,
Are they able?
I was just
to blow
wondering
the horn?
who those people are.
Yeah, I don't know.
Also,
I guess we'll have to wait and find out, won't we? Don't tell us in the comments below. We are just theorising here.
Yeah.
We don't. I'm sure all of you reading the book know exactly who they are.
Some of you probably laughed at us.
I'm sure they're all laughing at us.
I guess we want to find out more about the crystal thing that they had, that we were calling the Hearthstone.
Yeah.
But also, Moiraine not having powers kind of frees up Lan for what he wanted to do and be Egwene's warder, if he could be.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, she's kind of locked off from the power, isn't she, at the moment?
No, Lan will stick with her. I think he's that much of a... I think that bond, although it's that mystical bond, I think there's still that personal bond between the two. I think, can Moiraine get her power back? Can they go back to the White Tower? Is there a way of giving her power back? I can't imagine she's going to go through.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think she can get it back. If she's lost it, I think that's it.
Yeah, but there's
I'm sure she's got to get it back.
Yeah,
at some
she's going to
point.
get it.
I don't see. It could be a while, but I don't see her never getting it back. In fact, actually, something that we should say whilst we're just talking about that, one thing that I do think that this episode, that felt, I don't know, a little bit disappointing this episode was Lan was very much backseated this episode.
Yeah, he was, yeah.
You know, and I understand it's 55 minutes, you can't give everybody a moment, but Lan, had a little chat and then he suddenly appeared. At the end with Moiraine, which was a shame. It was a shame that he didn't get to be involved in anything. But I'm sure there's plenty of time for Lan to do some cool shit in the future.
I suppose you've already seen a journey through the what was that bit called again with all of the where they travelled through Moiraine and
through the Blight.
Through the Blight, yeah. I suppose you've already seen a journey through the Blight with Moiraine and Rand. So I suppose showing him on his own going through it would be pretty dull. And
I'm sure that in the book, again, if this bit plays out like that, there probably was some stuff there, right? Of his journey through it or whatever, even a little bit there. But things have to get cut for runtime reasons.
I don't know. I think I said it whilst we were watching it. It just seemed a bit silly to me. I know he wants to be with Moiraine because he's a warder and he's almost sworn to protect her. But, you'd think he'd want to defend the city maybe more because the city, at the end of the day, is probably more important than one Aes Sedai.
No, but his bond with Moiraine is life and death, isn't it?
I guess he's also got his family there, though. Well, his family there, but I don't. It's hard, isn't it? It's hard to say exactly what. In fact, when he'd left, had the Trollocs even started coming toward the city when he left to go?
No, I think
he may have already been on his way, wasn't he?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, possibly that might be the case. I can't quite.
And he must have crossed them. Surely.
Yeah, they must have bumped into each other on the way. Yeah, I don't know, but I am interested to find out more, like we say, about that stone that she picked up. Was that left after Rand sort of destroyed the Dark One?
Yes,
because there were stones on the floor.
Yeah,
right?
that's how it broken. Yeah.
I think the Eye of the World was made up of that stone. It was underneath that yin yang kind of symbol.
Yeah. So and he shattered it. So there was, I'm sure there was some information there. They just said a lot very quickly in that part. So I'm sure with a second little viewing, we'll pick up a few more details there. Yeah. But anyway, I think we've gone on probably for long enough.
Yes.
But it was a good episode. A lot happened. I am very excited for season 2. We probably have to wait about a year.
Hopefully it's not that long.
But a bit less than a year, right? Because we're 2 months into the show starting. So. Thank you. I want to thank everybody who's watched this with us as well. Really, really appreciated. I hope you've enjoyed our little rambling conversations. Hopefully they've given you a few laughs. You've thought a few things we've been accurate on, a few things you've gone, what the hell are these guys actually talking about? And I hope you will hang around and watch some more of our shows, some more of our reaction series. We currently are watching through Lost. We've just done a watch through of Firefly, and we are just starting a reaction series on Angel, the old Joss Whedon TV series.
Yeah.
We're going to start picking up something else new. What Jez, Tom, and myself are going to do next? I don't know.
We don't know.
We're going to figure that one out. But if you've got some suggestions about what shows you'd like to see us react to, then please leave them in the comments below.
We've got a whole year to fill before season 2, haven't we? So
we've got a year to fill. So help us fill it with some. If there's some TV shows you think we should do, if there's some films you'd like to see us do, please let us know.
I think we should go to the Eye of the World ourselves.
We're going to go now. right now.
To the Czech Republic, wherever it was filmed.
My water bottle's empty, but I'll fill it up. And then
you fill up your water bottle. I'll fill up this Lucozade bottle.
Mm-hmm.
I think we'll probably be good to go then.
Mm-hmm.
Do you need to get a water bottle to fill up, Jez?
I'm good. Got a can of Coke here.
He's got a can of Coke. Cool. All right. Well, everyone, thank you for watching. Appreciate it as always. If you're not sub, please sub. Leave a comment. Give us a like. We're off to the Eye of the World.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see you for season 2. Hopefully you'll check out some of the rest of our videos before then. We'll see you when season 2 rolls around next year, probably.
Yeah. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, everybody. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.